Welcome to the Melbourne Pavilion. Welcome to your Sunday night. Welcome to World Series Wrestling.
I am Black Girl and the new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion.
Another set of tag team titles, my dude. Famously, we're going to say, oh money, no problems. But that is not true. Only one half of the world famous brothers. Let's go this one up.
And now, World Series Wrestling presents Rise Against.
Hello everyone and welcome and thank you for joining us for night 3 of the Rise Against tour. My name is Sean Thomas and I'm here as always alongside my broadcast partner Ben Rosenthal, and there is absolutely stacked card waiting for us tonight, Ben, as we see Moose lay down the challenge for Killer Kross for the World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship tonight.
I cannot wait for that main event. Oh my God, big meaty men slapping meat. That's what we're all here for. But of course we've got some other huge matches coming up.
Absolutely. Ash by Elegance, of course, will be defending the title tonight. Titles on the line aplenty, but wait, oh. However, that is for later. Looks like we're going to be starting off with a bit of Good Brothers here tonight.
Your World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions having defeated the Pereira in night 1 of the Rise Against tour.
Good Brothers set to be back in action again tonight. Of course, we saw them at night 1 in a fantastic showing against the current MCW Tag Team Champions, the Water Rapids, and Good Brothers still good champions and still good to go here tonight. Gallows and Anderson making their way to the ring here to kick things off. Again, we want to thank you all for being with us here, and if we'd love for you to sound off in the chat. Of course, we are live on YouTube for free. We want to hear you. What are your predictions? What are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to here tonight?
You know what else they should do, Sean? They should subscribe. Ring the notification bell and subscribe.
World Tag Team Champions have arrived. You know, I've checked social media. My wife and kids are watching. My 75-year-old father wakes up and watches. My mom is watching. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Melbourne, or Melbourne, am I pronouncing it right? Australia. From the United States to Europe, all the way to Tokyo, Japan, the world is watching us. And I know the longer I hold the microphone, the more Gallo starts to shake because he can't wait to take it from me. Here, Gallo. We have been fortunate enough to win World Tag Team titles everywhere, almost every continent, but I gotta tell you, this is special right here in Australia. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Thank you, Melbourne. Now, we don't have a match tonight, but as your new, I know, as your new WSW World Tag Team Champions, we are here to announce from this point forward on this tour and going forward, we will take on any and all comers for these at any time.
Well,
I mean, that sounds like a challenge, doesn't it, Ben?
it sounded like something else, but sure, let's call it a challenge.
Here we are, the Nemeth brothers set to take the stage. Nic Nemeth last night in an absolute war with Bishop Dyer. Ryan Nemeth also testing his mettle against the current and still reigning defending Australian champion in Donovan Dijak. Two fantastic showings, nothing short of heart from both competitors.
Absolutely, and back on that war with Bishop Dyer. An update on him a little bit later on, I hope.
How we doing tonight? How about your brand new WSW Tag Team Champions? I got nothing but good things to say about you good brothers. I've seen you guys up and down the roads for years. One of the most decorated tag teams. I'm a huge fan. I have a tag team partner. Yes, we are tag team partners. I see those titles over there. And I would like to say, sometime down the line, I'd love to mix it up with you two over those titles. I would like to say that, except that I feel like you guys don't really have what it takes anymore. Because, you're hearing me wrong. Hang on a second. Congratulations on being champions. I'm a fan. I just think you're a little overrated. As a tag team, hang on, guys, that came out wrong. I misspoke. It's actually, first of all, it's pronounced Melbourne. Thank you. That's what you boo? Got it. Anyway, all respect I have for you guys is gone, but I really would love to have a match with you guys sometime down the line where the brothers here take on the brothers and prove who's the best. Now, guys, while you were out here talking, I was digging through your bags like I always do. But this time, I happened to find something. Does this look familiar to you, Gallows? Huh? You know what that is? This is Gallows' U.S. passport. I did a little digging here. And according to this little thing, you two aren't even real brothers! That's right, they've been lying to everybody for years.
Conspiracies exposed.
What else are they lying about? Guys, I feel like we've been misled by the Good Brothers. I don't know what to say. My heart's broken. I grew up watching you guys. I loved you. I don't know what to say.
You know what? I feel like, Nick, Ryan, I feel like you just broke a lot of hearts in this building. But you know what? We do not have a match tonight. We do not officially have a match tonight. But I don't know, I've got my gear on and it's looking pretty sweet. After last night's match, I went ahead and presumed that Gallows is the best wrestler in the world. And I think LG, the big LG, the man who loves the microphone more than anybody in the building, wants to say something.
Luckily, thank you. Luckily, I have the in with WSW management. I already cleared it. We have an open contract. So that's right, Ryan. That's right, Nick. That's right, Nemeth. Brothers, we will put these World Tag Team titles on the line against the two of you tonight!
Whoa!
Nemeth brothers, good quotation mark brothers, here tonight for the Tag Team Championships.
It's illegal!
Well, I guess we can add another huge matchup to this already stacked card here on night 3 of the Rise Against Tour, Sean.
And you see the Nemeth brothers have been really coming about town here in Australia, throwing down challenges and really going for the biggest men, the biggest titles, the biggest shots, and why the hell not? Always here at World Series Wrestling, you should be shooting your shot. What better chance here than in Melbourne to get those tag team titles around their waist? The Hollywood Heels really could have someone going here by the end of tonight.
And speaking of other matches that have been announced short time ago on the official World Series Wrestling YouTube chat, the official World Series Wrestling account announced that there will be a 4-way for the Australian World Series Wrestling title.
Yes, of course, and we remember that is exactly how Donovan Dijak won the title in the first place in a 4-way, so he needs to put his money where his mouth is. Titles on the line and plenty, up to and including, remember that Moose came out last night and said, I want a shot of that title. Killer Kross said, anytime, anywhere, and that time and that place is tonight here at the Melbourne Pavilion, and we'll head back down as we get ready for some more World Series Wrestling action. The former Australian champion, Matt Riddle, makes his way to the ring first, one of the competitors in our fatal 4-way for the Australian Championship, just announced a short while ago officially, Ben.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see this 4-way. Matt Riddle is always entertaining, no matter what you think of him. He always delivers, and as a former Australian champion here at World Series Wrestling, we were privileged to many high-intensity matches from him. Personally, I'm actually hoping he gets the win back tonight. I'm hoping he gets the title back from Dijak so we can keep having Riddle come out to Australia and perform.
Matt Riddle was not involved in the finish that caused him to lose his championship belt. He was not pinned, he was not submitted, and yet he lost the championship. You have to imagine that is going through his mind as he looks to rectify the problem that has eluded him since.
And speaking of problems, you get the feeling they're only starting for this man.
Absolutely right. Ilya Prophetess, who is now having to come into his own as a singles competitor off the back of, in his mind, the betrayal from King Kross, the dissolution of the Pareja.
And if you go by what King Kross said on his stream, he was streaming live during that match where the Pareja broke down. Ilya is the one to blame for the breakup. As far as King Kross is concerned, Ilya is the one who left him high and dry and almost destitute in the United States when he returned home to Australia.
There seems to be a bunch of blame to be thrown around on either side. I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle, but the fact that remains is that Ilya has to put that outside of his mind, and he needs to focus on the ring here tonight. There's a tremendous opportunity laid at his feet.
And speaking of opportunities, is a man who's no stranger to titles.
Absolutely, the presence himself, Robbie Thor, born in England, made in Australia, MCW heavyweight champion. And this man, we last saw him during the Most Wanted tour a few years back up against Nic Nemeth, and he's come a long way since then, and I'm so happy to see him back in a World Series Wrestling ring.
I'm sure he's happy to be back in the ring, and he'd be even happier if he can win the title tonight from the current reigning champion, Dijak.
We know the size and the power of Donovan Dijak, but look at Thorpe, 6'5", just an absolute specimen of a man.
You know, at that size, he could be a skyscraper himself. Speaking of which, we have one half of that tremendously tall tag team, the Australian World Series Wrestling Champion, Dijak.
Dijak, current WSW Australian champion, belt raised above his head. is if a professional wrestler was made in a lab. He has the size, he has the strength, he has the speed, he has the charisma, he has the look, and he has the pedigree.
And he has that title.
He called his shot in night one of the tour back in Adelaide, said by the end of the night, I will be the Australian champion. And through hell or high water, he was able to do so. He pinned Matt Hayter in the middle of the ring. Again, the champion did not have to be involved in the finish. And that is really the tale of this match here. You have 4 competitors in the ring. There are 3 that are vying for your championship title. You have to have eyes not only in the back of your head, you have to know damn well everywhere. You need to be able to focus on 3 men somehow simultaneously just to gain a victory.
Odds are definitely not in the favour of the reigning champion of Fatal 4-Way, something Matt Riddle knows all too well. However, in poetic justice, Riddle now finds himself on the other side of those odds, with them looking in his favour and hoping to regain that World Series Wrestling Championship.
It is all about opportunity here tonight. Everyone in this ring has an opportunity to stake their claim at the top of the mountain, become a champion here, representing World Series Wrestling and representing Australia.
Your opening contest is a fatal 4-way match. And it is for the World Series Wrestling Australian Championship. Introducing first, from Allentown, he is the King of Bros, Matt Riddle.
Bit of a different reception for Matt Riddle tonight from the Melbourne crowd.
Introducing next, from Messina, Greece, weighing in at 205 pounds, this is the Prophet, Ilya!
You can see the scars of war on the chest there of Ilya from this tour already.
Introducing next, from Grimsby, England, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the one, Robbie Thorpe. And from Worcester, Massachusetts, he is the World Series Wrestling Australian Champion. Feast your eyes on Donovan Dijak.
You notice there, at least for the time being, Donovan Dijak has not cast his eyes upon his opponents. It is squarely on the championship gold.
Well, that's the focus. That's what everyone's here for. That's what they're fighting for.
Again, it is so hard to prepare for this kind of match. You really can't exactly, well, prepare for 3 different styles at the same time. There's just a lot more of a question mark in this sort of a match. It's really hard to gain your battle plan, figure out your strategy heading into this kind of match. Oh my God! Straight away, champion knocked out!
I'm pretty sure Riddle's been waiting days to get his hands back on Dijak.
That's it. Thorpe and Ilya now in the center of the ring. Australian audiences know these 2 very well, and it's apropos that they will be competing for the Australian title here tonight.
And it looks like Thorpe saw the imprints of chops of matches past on Ilya's chest and decided, oh, that's a nice target.
And Ilya starting to turn into the shade of his tights here tonight. Here. With Donovan Dijak in the ring, a lot of powerful men in the square circle. I really worry for the body of Ilya, who now jumps up and over. How exactly do you combat that?
No.
Oh, from the outside, Riddle with some well-placed strikes to the champion. Snake goes along, followed by a massive boot from the Gift.
And Riddle has to be careful here. He can't be consumed with Dijak on the outside. Well, there's 2 men in the middle of the ring.
You can see there, Dijak laid on the outside, but immediately, you're right, Matt Riddle has gone on the attack.
He's hungry, he wants that title back, and he's willing to take down anyone in order to grab it.
Notice Sam, not only is that a rear naked choke, oh my God! It's going to save both the arms of Thorpe trapped, and yet somehow, but again, Riddle back on with the choke.
All it takes is one submission.
Oh wait, remember last night, Ben?
We did see that last night, much to the same effect. Riddle with a suplex.
Think.
And another, and again.
Riddle.
Dijak now.
Riddle perhaps learning from his mistake last night. The man is coming out with more fire, more vigor, more verve.
I got to tell you what, like, usually Riddle's pretty laid back. This is almost a different side to Riddle.
Here we go now, 3-on-1 attack on the former champion. You have to imagine that, well, for Dijak especially, that really runs in his favor. Take out one competitor, 2 more people left to focus on.
The odds of retaining become a lot better if one is incapacitated.
Now Ilya and Robbie Thorpe really just choking the life out of Riddle in the corner. Hold up. Wait a minute. Double goozle. Oh, good grief. The strength of the champion.
Now, if that was me, I'd be covering someone right now. All of your opponents are down. You can either take time to rest up or jump on and try and get that pin.
I think Dijak wants to make it a trifecta, a hat trick. Take out the former champion. Hold up! Caught! Caught! Armbar, and he's caught with the arm there. Dijak is in trouble. Look at the bridge, the strong bridge from Riddle. Oh my God.
Now, you can't forget about the strength of Dijak, though. Oh!
Riddle unfortunately not able to relinquish the hold in time, and that was a nasty fall to the ground. Ah, spinning big boot from the champion, covering the center of the ring. But both men in the nick of time.
Now the Australian stomping down on... You know what? We haven't seen an Australian-born Australian World Series Wrestling champion yet.
Exactly right. There's an opportunity here for both these men to make history in this company here.
And it looks like we've got a temporary partnership between Thorpe and Ilya.
Presence and the Prophet together here, at least for the time being.
Presence and the Prophet. I remember watching that show in the 80s.
Coming through. Massive splash to the champion. And seemingly, I mean, remember as well, Ilya, tag team specialist. He understands how this works better than anyone in the ring.
Absolutely. However, you got to remember, he still had that niggling feeling in the back of his head about the betrayal that happened on night 1. Can he trust anyone?
The fact of the matter is,
No.
he was set to... Oh!
Thorpe going for the sneaky pin. Ilya breaking it up before Riddle jumping back into the fray.
My God, under triple threat rules last night, Ilya was on course to potentially win the match. King Kross came out, proved the distraction there necessary for Moose to pick up the victory. You have to wonder, Ilya has to have at least partially his mind cast on whether Kross is going to make another return here.
The one thing that really struck me just quickly about that last night is Kross didn't come anywhere near the ring. He's playing mind games with Ilya. He's letting Ilya know that he's not even worthy of being touched.
But you can see here, at least for now, the confidence of Ilya in full swing. However, really wish you did have eyes in the back of your head. Robbie Thorpe behind, lying in wait, and... Oh, wait, oh, okay.
No, they're all friends. They're all friends here.
You can see Thorpe better of the exchange there that would have taken place.
Smart.
Now double teaming the champion again. Well, a very smart strategy here from these two. Take out one of the most easily the most dangerous man in this competition, potentially Donovan Dijak, one half of the Skyscrapers, current Australian champion, current MLW tag team champion. And both men, you can see, trying to keep their distance.
No, we're going to see a double team.
Oh my God.
From the top rope.
They're forming their own skyscraper. Dijak, the champion, battling from underneath, battling both men on the top rope. Oh, good. Okay, well, it's good to see you.
Could.
Oh, wait, raking the eyes. Anything it takes, really. Ilya and Thorpe are about to be permanently removed from this match. Hold on, former champion. Riddle from the outside. Suplex! Oh my God!
Huge suplex!
Riddle has a chance here. The king of bros is feeling it. You've got your pick. Smash to Ilya, followed by a suplex coming through. The presence in the other side. Suplex for your troubles. Oh, good grief. Throwing caution to the wind here, and I think Ilya. Riddle here taking firm control of proceedings. GTS coming through, lifting up. God, just a dirty powerbomb.
Throwing him around like a rag doll.
Oh my God, and a knee straight to the face of the Prophet. Hold on, champion. Oh.
You got to believe if Dijak hadn't saved his title there, we would have a new champion right now because Ilya is rocked and I wouldn't be surprised he's out of here.
Yeah, Riddle was just throwing around combo after combo after combo.
I was saying earlier, it's a different type of Riddle tonight. More focused, more determined.
There we go, floating bro in the air, taking out all that's left of the competition. Matt Riddle is looking phenomenal tonight. Champion is reeling. Challenger lying in wait. Dijak has no idea what awaits him. We do right here. Whoa! Good grief. Superman punch forward by, Dijak, the champion. Death Valley driver bouncing up, and unfortunately, Ilya is in a bad way, and we've seen this before, Ben. This man should not be able to do what he is about to do here. Oh! Crash and burn! Wait a minute! Oh. Where the hell did he come from? Robbie Thorpe, Matt Riddle, everyone down! Bodies upon bodies upon bodies on the floor! This is match one here tonight. Let's have a look again. From the outside, springboard, no hands, leg drop to the champion. He can hardly believe it.
3/4 of the way across the ring. Absolutely huge display of fantastic athleticism there from Robbie Thorpe.
This is awesome, well-deserved. Matt Riddle first to his feet. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Ilya rolling through. By the skin of his teeth, Riddle able to escape the pinfall and now exchanging blows, which you really do not want to do with Riddle. Oh, wait. Oh! Oh, no! Straight into the back of the presence who now, champion, has a moment, has it scouted. Robbie Thorpe has absolutely no idea where he is. Well, now he does.
Robbie Thorpe, I think, knows what's coming now. Oh, fighting against it.
That's it, the power, trying to force his way out of this predicament.
Counters. Oh!
Wait a minute. Pinfall. Champion is down. Oh my goodness.
2.9.3 point whatever. That was close.
Robbie Thorpe so close from being able to call himself Australian champion, and he knows it.
The first Australian champion.
Matt Riddle looking to claim the Australian Championship for the second time, become the first ever two-time champion for the Australian title here in WSW. Hold on, caught! Once again, straight to the outside, the 6'5" Englishman is down!
Dijak prone in the middle of, or in the ring on his back.
If you notice here at the corner of your screen, Ilya has an idea, has a thought. Riddle had it scouted, is coming through now. Ilya is unfortunately where he absolutely does. Oh my God, wait a minute, what the hell? Riddle using Ilya, cut it from the top rope.
And we got a new champ.
Matt
Here
Riddle.
is your
Matt
winner
Riddle.
and the new World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, Matt Riddle!
Matt Riddle saw an opportunity and seized it. By God, did he seize it, utilizing Ilya to crash down upon the champion. One RK Bro later, and he is now your two-time Australian champion.
I gotta say, it just looks right seeing Riddle holding the Australian National Championship again.
Remember, this is not over yet. There is still one night left in the tour. Can Matt Riddle hold on to the gold? That is the question as we head towards Sydney after tonight.
And if you'd like to watch that match and all the other matches in our final night here at Rise Against, be sure to head on over to our YouTube channel.
See here, as match started immediately out of the gate, the champion taken out as all men, well, eventually identified Riddle as the immediate problem to deal with.
And that's why you don't see him take out 3 other men with a huge top rope leg drop. My goodness.
It was the tale of this match here. Bodies upon bodies, flying in and out until finally Riddle was able to seize an opportunity. RK Bro, cross a frog splash, was able to seize that moment and take the victory to become a 2-time Australian champion. Matt Riddle is back in the history books here. What a phenomenal opening bout here tonight in Melbourne.
You got to say the action was high, the intensity was high, and nothing else in the ring was high, trust me.
And now we're heading straight back to the ring here. And hold up, Bishop Dyer here in the Melbourne Pavilion.
He does not let dress to compete, although there's been talk all day on our socials, people wondering the current status of Bishop Dyer, of course, in the war against Nic Nemeth last night. Absolute huge battle with doors and weapons. Dyer came up short, but we would have seen in the closing minutes of that match, blood gushing from Dyer's head.
Bishop Dyer, one of the toughest men you are sure to meet if you have the privilege to be across the ring with him. Fact of the matter is, street fight rules really do favor this man. He had an absolute barn burner with Nic Nemeth last night and unfortunately fell short, but we're going to hear from him tonight to at least see, well, where Bishop Dyer is at. Let's tune in.
Well, this is not how I wanted to be out here tonight. For those of you that saw last night, when I drove Nic Nemeth's ass through the door, I got 8 stitches and I can't see out my right eye.
That is
so unfortunately, I don't get to compete tonight. And unfortunately, my boy Dijak just got screwed out of his championship because he was not even the one that got beat. So that and this injury means I have unfinished business with WSW. So if all of you here in Australia and WSW would have me back, I will happily bring my ass the 30 hours back over here to compete in front of all of you. But I'm doing it with gold in mind. The Skyscrapers, I think, can handle the winners of tonight's match between the Nemeth brothers and the fake Good brothers, since we were also disappointed to find out they're not actual real brothers. Yeah, it's still real to me, damn it! But then I'm also looking forward to a rematch with Killer Kross. We went to war the other night. He came out on top tonight. He's got Moose, another amazing competitor. I know you guys are into it. So, that being said, I cannot wait to get back over here, get those tag titles, get that world championship, and compete in front of all of you, eat some more of this amazing food. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for the messages. I saw them with one eye. I can read with one eye right now. The other one's still closed. So I appreciate all of you, and I can't wait to get back over here. WSW is absolutely amazing, and I love it. Thank you, and I will see you on the flip side.
Love him or hate him, Bishop Dyer is a class act.
It's an unfortunate end to Bishop Dyer's time here at the Rise Against Tour, but that is the nature of the beast. When you go to war, you might get burned. fact of the matter is, as Bishop Dyer said right there, might be him done for the Rise Against Tour, but it's not his time done here for World Series Wrestling. And of course, we cast our minds down, but later on in the year, we have Mega Mania. Who knows what happens beyond, and hopefully we can see Bishop Dyer once again.
Priscilla Kelly gracing us with her presence again. An individual on a mission.
Priscilla Kelly last night vying for the title.
Sorry to interrupt, Sean. I was just saying she's looking absolutely magical. In fact, she might have the whole audience charmed.
And Priscilla Kelly, of course, vying for the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship last night, came up short against the champion Ash by Elegance, and now she looks to raise her stakes once again because
from Atlanta, Georgia, she is Hell's favorite harlot, Priscilla Kelly.
looking set to reignite a feud here tonight. There has been so many battles over the past almost 10 years between Priscilla Kelly and her opponent here tonight, Shotzi Blackheart.
I've been looking forward to this matchup ever since it was announced these two wrestlers will be making the tour. Unorthodox styles, to say the least.
Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, making her way to the ring here tonight. The singles action. She's had an absolute blast on this tour here so far, haven't we all?
California, she is the MLW Featherweight Champion and the House of Glory Women's Champion, the ballsy badass, Shotzi Blackheart.
You heard it there. Straight from our announcer, multi-champion in her own right here. And imagine what it would be like to end the tour, one of these two women, how if they get another opportunity, another crack at the Women's Championship, they could come home with the gold.
Just had someone in the live chat over on YouTube going, there's definitely a fatal four-way women's title match. That is something I would like to see.
A note here, Priscilla Kelly and Shotzi Blackheart, two individuals who know each other so well. The very first time they faced off in one-on-one competition was back in New York City, Long Island in 2018. And since then, they have faced each other 7 times. And the record, by the way, is 4-3 up for Priscilla Kelly.
4-3 up for Priscilla Kelly, so there's a chance to tie up this personal competition between the two.
That's it, friendly rivalry here. Some would say otherwise an absolute. There's been a cavalcade of different matches they've found themselves in. There have been hardcore wars. Both these women so unorthodox, so intriguing, enigmatic, and really have a way of getting under the skin of their opponents. Really, how do you get under the skin of each other?
They're just going to have to up-skin each other. Wait, what? No, no. Can we cut that?
We're live. Priscilla Kelly now put up to the corner. Straight over Shotzi. Shotzi coming through, awaiting her opponent now, gaining control of the arm. See, Priscilla Kelly always talking trash to her opponent as she's beating her up. Oh wait, rolling through, arm drag. And now Shotzi Blackheart finding herself on the defense. Hold up in the drop zone. Shotzi taken out.
That is always such a vicious, vicious move. Not only you got the force of the heels going into your throat, but you've got the ropes snapping your head back. Absolutely brutal.
Here we go, coming through now. Shotzi firing back. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors sending Priscilla Kelly careening into the corner. Now also finding herself in a dangerous predicament. 619 in the corner. Shotzi taking to the skies where she is oh so comfortable. Crossbody landed center and true.
Big 2 count there from Shotzi from the top rope.
There we are, and we've seen this suplex many a time. Folding Kelly straight to go. Oh my God. You can hear that. I mean, we've got the referee checking her out. Maybe some sort of knee injury.
Yeah, knee really hit those ropes quite hard.
Gonna hold on a moment here as we potentially look to reset. Of course, the referee needs to make sure that Priscilla Kelly is simply able to compete.
Shotzi just waiting, although they are rivals, you would imagine they are friends, having toured it together and wrestled against each other numerous times.
I think, well, Kelly is going to power through, and we'll keep a close eye on this as this match proceeds, of course. Going to keep the health of the wrestlers above all. Oh my, okay.
No, that's not good.
Think of a moment here. Sorry for those watching at home, just bear with us for a moment. We need to take a breather to ensure the safety of our competitors and make sure that Priscilla Kelly is going to be all right to continue in this match. There we go. This is exactly what we're... It's not something that you want to see occur.
No.
Shotzi, Priscilla Kelly, despite the wars they've had, obviously a tremendous amount of respect for one another. Hold up!
Oh, what?
Are you kidding me? Priscilla Kelly was playing possum this entire time. Well, there you go. She's not called Hell's favorite harlot for nothing, I guess. See, there's absolutely nothing wrong with her knee, and there you go. That's a strategy that I have to believe she was looking to employ for this entire time, taking advantage of the goodwill of Shotzi Blackheart.
Well, Priscilla Kelly coming off a loss last night for the Australian Women's Championship. Just needing a win in her column once again.
Yes, Kelly is going to do anything to gain the attention of the higher-ups. Certainly got our attention, that's for sure. And unfortunately, Shotzi, along with all of us, fell for it, and now she may pay for it. Kelly taking full advantage, and now, oh, come on. Jeez. Vicious, dirty shots there, all across the sternum and the back of the ballsy badass. Not a tactic I agree with, but it's hard to deny the fact that it was effective, and now Kelly has taken firm control, and Shotzi having to fight from underneath. Hold up! This could be a way to end it very quickly. Oh. Just when you think Shotzi is able to build some sort of momentum here, is immediately slammed down with authority.
I ain't come all the way to this shitty country.
We do like schnitzels in this country. How'd she know?
Look, Kelly not exactly endearing herself to anyone here tonight in Melbourne. Ragdolling Shotzi around. Both Shotzi Blackheart and Priscilla Kelly have both had opportunities for the Women's Championship here on this tour, the Rise Against Tour, both falling up short, unfortunately. Our dominant champion, Ashbar Elegance, has been.
I'm going to say it's a different, more ruthless style of wrestling we've seen from Priscilla Kelly. Like, she's always been a hard hitter, don't get me wrong, but this is almost on the verge of viciousness.
It's definitely looking to up the ante here tonight, understanding what's at stake. You doesn't need to be a championship match. Eyes are always watching. There's always an opportunity to up your stake here and really set yourself apart. Kelly coming through, eating a boot to the face. Shotzi saw it coming, comes through with that missile dropkick, nicely placed.
Well, I mean, even from an ego point of view, Sean, if you're just coming off a loss from attaining the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship, you've got something to prove to not only the fans, you've got something to prove to management, you've got something to prove to yourself.
Both Shotzi and Priscilla, fantastic competitors against their own right. Their opponents know it, understands what it would mean to get a win against each other, and also remembering their past history with one another. It is, oh my God, which somehow phased through the ropes, it looked like. Shotzi lining up once again, throwing caution to the wind, her entire body slamming into the back of Kelly.
Not only that, but you may have noticed that Kelly's neck was right on that middle rope. So when Shotzi pressed against it, she almost guillotined Kelly.
Hold on, bad Shotzi! Diving through the middle rope to the outside. Slamming Kelly against the guardrail. That is one way to change your fortunes in this match. Now in a prime position here is Kelly. However, manages to find out of the way. See the woman's game here. Nicely placed kick to the jaw. We've seen this before, that B-trigger clothesline.
Shotzi'd seen it as well. Oh, rolling kick.
Rolling through, well placed, straight into the neck it looked like.
Oh, roundhouse from Priscilla Kelly. Midsection, and another one to the side of the head.
Just those educated feet of Priscilla Kelly have done her so well during this tour here. Again, thinking the other night, just to Priscilla Kelly versus Myla Grace, was just a vicious strike fest between the two. Oh, and case in point. Massive forearm that has just taken Shotzi out, barely able to stand up. You see both these women through hell or high water gonna fight to their last breath here tonight. Oh my goodness! Coming through, and STO, nicely played. Hold up.
This could be it, this could be over.
The side slam there, 2.5. Hasn't been as many pinfall attempts here tonight, looking to simply maim and batter each other, potentially understanding how much endurance both these women have. It's going to take a little bit more than a conventional attack to put your opponent down.
And I think that's the key word there, Sean. You said endurance, and these two have shown that they can endure the brutality that the other is showing.
These two women have gone to war with each other before in hardcore affairs. We know these women can endure a lot of punishment. Now, I think St. Kelly looking to drag Shotzi up with her. Shotzi now on her own terms, making her way up. And is potentially looking for a Frankensteiner from the top. Now coming through, oh my God, oh my God! Straight through, waiting until she was absolutely in the right position, bouncing through. Now we may be coming towards the end. Oh! Spinning heel kick from a downed Priscilla Kelly, and now Shotzi. Since before, the back lagoon hits square and true, and that might be all she wrote. 2, 3. Emphatic victory for Shotzi Blackheart here tonight.
Now, Sean, you have to remind me, does that tie them up in their series, if you were?
Yes, here at World Series Wrestling, the series between these two have continued, and they are now tied at 4 apiece.
You know, it'd be a really good rubber match. Both of them going for a title.
There is still one more night here tonight. Now Shotzi has the microphone.
You see what I just did there? That's because I'm the ballsy badass. I think WSW needs a ballsy champion. I want another shot at the...
Oh my God! Think Shotzi was simply about to lay down a challenge potentially for the Women's Championship. Priscilla Kelly is irate. We need some help down here. both these women, I mean, this match has finished and now the war has started, it seems. My God.
It all comes back to that ego, Sean. That's the second loss in a row for Priscilla. Not taking it too kindly. Not only a second loss in a row, but as we mentioned previously, they're now all tied up in their series.
Let me tell you something, bitch! I'm leaving here champion. There's a fucking thing you can do about it.
Oh, good. I mean, that was just unnecessary. That was uncalled for. Priscilla Kelly spitting in the face of Shotzi, and I don't know what to make of that situation. I mean, yes, Shotzi came away with a victory, but you can hardly say she feels like a winner.
Battles and wars.
And let's take a look back as things started off pretty high octane as Kelly and Shotzi in the feeling out process really just battering and bruising each other this whole time through.
Shotzi appearing to fake a PCL injury there, but it was a ruse in order to get Shotzi to let her defenses down and get the upper hand, which she did.
Exactly right. It was an early strategy that worked out for her, but once Shotzi was able to get back in the swing of things, knocking up another gear to the outside, a tremendous dive through the ropes. That spinning wheel kick that laid way for the back lagoon to secure the victory, but what we thought was going to be the challenge laid down for the women's champion, whoever that might be tonight, unfortunately divulged into something more, which we'll find out more about later on, I hope. But for now, there was another challenge that was laid down early on tonight that we get the privilege of watching right here.
That's right. Nic and Ryan Nemeth, the Nemeth brothers, are here to try and capture the gold once again.
The wanted man and the Hollywood hunk, the brothers are set to potentially place some gold around their waist. And we've seen them tonight. They had a tremendous showing early on in the tour against the old guard. Managed to work well very, very sufficiently as a tag team. And there's no doubt that they deserve this opportunity here tonight. Good Brothers won the championships in the Adelaide leg 2 nights ago and have had one defense under their belt here tonight, as it were. And now we get to see, can they go for a second successful defense here tonight? Good Brothers, Nemeth brothers, it is now.
I mentioned at the top of the show, the Good Brothers have traveled all over the world, winning titles in federation after federation, after promotion after federation. They are well traveled, they are veterans, and they are your World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions. But will they be after this match?
Absolutely right. Former WWE Tag Champions, former IWGP Tag Team Champions, early members of the Bullet Club. Their pedigree is as long as that ramp that they're walking down here now, and they've definitely solidified their place here in World Series Wrestling, but there are veterans inside the ring as well. I mean, we know Nic Nemeth, 21-year veteran of this industry. Is going to be a tall task for both these teams here tonight. Honestly, genuinely could go either way here.
21 years. Jeez, I wasn't even born when Nic Nemeth started wrestling.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, look at day over 35.
I'll take it.
Gallows and Anderson ready for battle. They accepted this challenge at the top of the night. Fighting champions, they said, we will take on any and all comers. And it took a couple of seconds after that sentence was uttered to bring out the Nemeth brothers. Now we are where we are.
What I found most intriguing was the fact that Doc Gallows said that he has an open contract. Means he can choose who they go up against.
I was also surprised to know that Ryan Nemeth has been going through people's bag for a long time.
At least he's not putting anything in them.
Of course, we'll head down for the official proceedings.
This is a tag team match, and it is for the World Series Wrestling World Introducing to my left, they are 10-time World Tag Team Champions. They are the current World Series Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. The team of Big LG, Doc Gallows, and Machine Gun Carl Anderson, the world famous Good Brothers.
All right, Sean, we're about to kick off here. Night 2 in Melbourne, night 3 of the Rise Against Tour.
Tag Team Championships on the line, the second title on the line for tonight.
We could see another change. The theme of the tour has been title change, let me tell you that.
The Nemeth brothers, former TNA World Tag Team Champions, looking to add another accolade to their, interestingly enough, short-lived career as a tag team.
But not as brothers.
No, absolutely not. In fact, Ryan Nemeth has been around since 2010. He won a one-year scholarship in Ohio Valley Wrestling very early on in his career. Since then, looked to carve his own path for the last decade or so now. It's only very recently, over the past few years, that the Nemeth brothers have been teaming together. We're going to start with Ryan Nemeth up against the LG.
Interesting that Gallows is starting off. The past couple of nights we've seen Carl Anderson take the lead at the start of a match.
And I see Machine Gun usually starting proceedings, at least on this tour. The big man going to start things off, and listen to this crowd already. Oh, well, I don't think Ryan wants to listen is the point. I think Gallows and Anderson are particularly helping this situation. Why would you? It seems to be an easy way to get into the head of the Hollywood hunk. There we go, that's a little bit more.
That's gimmick infringement, come on Ryan.
Now we go, tag team titles on the line. Gallows, Nemeth starting things off early tie-up, and it's really, you're not going to win that battle with Gallows.
Well, points for trying, I guess.
That has been the name of the game for the Nemeth brothers.
Points for tag team wrestling?
Sometimes. Not here at World Series Wrestling. One fall to a finish. There is disqualifications count out in effect. Only one way, well, two ways to win, pinfall or submission. Coming through, the big man. It's like running into a damn boulder.
Timeout. Nic Nemeth calling for a timeout. They need a reboot.
There is no timeouts in this match either, unfortunately, as much as the Nemeth brothers would like it.
Well, I mean, you could use it as a way to get your breath back if you were Doc Gallows. Not that I think he needs it. He doesn't look too exerted.
Never trying to make his way over the top rope.
No. What's the thought that counts, Nick?
I would have.
Nemethese.
To gain championship gold here tonight, to become, for the first time for both of these men, WSW Tag Team Champions. Now Carl Anderson whip, reversal by Ryan. Oh, I mean, wait a minute.
I think Ryan Nemeth had a bit of a cheeky shot there, and Carl Anderson letting him know that's not going to fly in this title match, but a huge shoulder tackle there.
That's exactly right. I mean, oh, well, don't know how wise it is to try and go the big man, but at least for now. Now Ryan heading to, or potentially thinking better of it. Now Nic Nemeth, legal man. Oh. Big shot to the solar plexus, and Carl Anderson really in a bad way now, with the Nemeth firmly in control in their side of the ring.
Breaking the eyes, Nic Nemeth.
They've got to be careful here. That 5 count could be in effect, and then they lose their opportunity. Hear the trash talk, and now the confidence really starting to exude tenfold for the Nemeth brothers.
Back to the eyes again for Nic Nemeth.
That's it, really raking the eyes of the veteran Carl Anderson.
And the ref having enough. Getting Nic to break that. But the damage has been done and put Nic in more of an opportune moment.
Big well-placed shot from the wanted man. Nic Nemeth, former TNA champion, AAA Mega Champ, IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, and of course, former World Champion for World Series Wrestling.
And once again, distracting the referees so they can get the cheap shots in on Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
They're really playing dirty here, attacking the eyes of Carl Anderson.
Well, I mean, how many tag team title shots can you get? You got to take advantage of where advantage is.
And it's been the story of Nemeth's career, really looking to eke out opportunity wherever he can. He understands opportunities sometimes just simply aren't given. You just have to forcefully take them.
Carl Anderson reaching, he's at the wrong end.
That's it, you can see here, Nemeth, despite being on the defense now, whoa, no, back on the attack, but the fact remains he is putting himself firmly between the Good brothers.
I'll tell you what, the ref really needs to get this thing under control. I'm not one for blaming officials, but come on, skinny ref.
Coming through, well-placed shot to the forehead, and Nemeth continuing to take control. The big, large elbows from Nemeth, and now Ryan Nemeth taking control. That won't do it, at least for the moment. Champions still in this thing. Mind each other tonight. Plenty more to come tonight, up to and including our main event. Killer Kross will be defending the World Heavyweight Championship against his next challenger, Moose, in what is sure to be a hard-hitting affair. Now Carl Anderson has an opportunity to tag out. The path is clear. The big man is taking the stage.
Doc Gallows in straight for the guzzle.
My God, did you see that? That was a one-handed launch across the ring.
And then just laying in to Nic Nemeth. Now Ryan Nemeth, it's his turn. Back into the corner. Huge shots to the midsection.
Over Gallows, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If there's a Nemeth, strike him. If there's a Nemeth, boot him.
Big boots for everyone. Doc Gallows now sizing up Ryan Nemeth.
There you go. 2 Nemeths for the price of 1. Coming through! All aboard the Gallows train, and both men taken out. Gallows ready to put things away. Oh my God!
I think a tooth just popped out of Nic Nemeth's face.
And Nemeth is down and out. Carl Anderson now the legal man. Machine Gun with a massive boot, followed by the splash, and we've seen this as a precursor to the end.
That could
Actually,
be it.
It might be it.
Oh! So close.
The champions are going to take liberal use of this count. And if you know them, the Magic Killer is next, and Ryan Nemeth still nowhere to be found. Fortunately, the Water Rapids succumbing to this last night. However, the brother is back in the ring, saving the moment for his team. Super kick.
Uppercut. Missed clothesline. Neck breaker.
Everyone down.
That's right. Everyone is down. The great equalizer. Still anyone's match and anyone's titles.
I believe Carl Anderson and Nic Nemeth are legal men currently.
I'm glad you're paying attention because I'm confused as hell.
Here we go. All 4 men making their way to their feet simultaneously. Hold on. Now, I know all bets are off here.
It's brawling time.
Slugfest and Ryan Nemeth outside the ring, and there we go. Shows I was paying attention. Nic Nemeth, Carl Anderson. Oh my God, the strength of Nemeth.
Super kick. And that could be it. Doc Gallows on the outside.
2. No.
Oh.
Carl Anderson seemed to float in the air there for a couple of seconds, and that was an opportunity for Nemeth.
Nemeth now feeling something.
Maybe.
Tuning up the band.
That's exactly right. Looking for super kick number 2 with a bit more oomph in it. Caught by the machine gun. Wait a minute.
Roll up.
Quickly.
Oh,
Wait. Oh, good.
I thought that was done. Anderson back up. Spine buster.
With authority. Spine buster.
Doc Gallows is in.
A timely run in from the Good Doctor and the Good Brothers, hitting the Magic Killer. Ryan Nemeth nowhere to be found. Champions retain.
Here are your winners and still World Series Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers.
Good Brothers with a good victory, emphatically so, defending their championships for the second time on the Rise Against tour. The Nemeth brothers unfortunately coming up short tonight.
And the caliber of the competition they've faced so far has got me asking the question, who has a chance to step up and take those titles off the Good Brothers?
Yeah, there is absolutely a gauntlet that has been thrown down, because we heard from the Good Brothers themselves, we will take on anyone, anywhere, anytime. World Series Wrestling simply breeds competition. It encourages it and it delivers it here tonight. Gallows and Anderson standing tall once again.
You know, after a match like that, I'm not even mad that they lied to us.
Good brothers, good friends, good men. Champions heading to the back now, and of course after tonight they will head over to Sydney tomorrow night for the final leg of the Rise Against tour. Have to wonder what is in store for the champions.
Got to agree with Carl Anderson there. Nothing better than World Series Wrestling here in Australia.
And as the Good Brothers make their way out, we'll have a bit of a look at how things transpired for this evening. We started off with the Australian Championship Fatal 4-Way rules as, well, Matt Riddle was taken out early, and all 3 men were looking to vie to become a champion and put out all the stops, did they not?
I still cannot get over that top rope leg drop. But Riddle with his ingenuities and his different style of wrestling at home, managed a top rope RKO and splash in order to cover Ilya and regain the Australian World Series Wrestling Championship.
And then we had a brutal affair between Priscilla Kelly and Shotzi Blackheart. And what we thought here was a legitimate injury from Kelly, and we thought we may have to call things early. Unfortunately, it was simply a ruse, a ploy, and from there she unleashed on the ballsy badass rather.
Tempers did flare. What can you say? This was all about ego. This was both women trying to redeem themselves somewhat after a succession of losses, and perhaps even the series between the two.
And then throwing caution to the wind, finally Shotzi would regain control and then retain well, her victory here tonight to go 4 for 4. And as we just saw here, tag team titles on the line. The Nemeth brothers and the Good Brothers. In the early going, it seemed to be all Good Brothers as they isolated Ryan and Nic Nemeth from each other. Breaking of the eyes here as the Nemethers were able to take control in the second half there.
Certainly the Nemethes, as you put it, Sean.
Exactly right.
Of the Good Brothers. Playing dirty tricks in order to try and capture the gold. On tags, isolating tags. But in the end, it was the Good Brothers who managed the covers and retain those tag team titles.
Yes, absolutely right. That is our tag team titles retaining. But that is not the only title that is going to be on the line for tonight. Of course, as we mentioned, the Women's Championship on the line, the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. That will be all in the second half, as we will now have a very small intermission. But when we're back, there will be more from World Series Wrestling. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. World Series Wrestling here with night 3 of the Rise Against tour.
Everyone in the building, I'm up here. Yo! I want everyone to get on their feet for the Lyrical Dragon. Everyone stand up. Let's have a party here. When I say 0-1, you say 2-1. 0-1. 0-1. Jeez.
Man like Dyer making his way to the ring. Welcome back for the second half of the Rise Against Tour. Coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia.
Here we are set to come back here with the first time ever match. Man like Dyer versus Mitch Waterman, and this is how we're going to kick things up on fire here in the second half.
And just a reminder, you can watch us live.
The 0-1-2-1. He is the Lyrical Dragon, Man like Dyer.
We're currently live on YouTube. You can join us in our live chat.
Where's my energy crew, yeah? Melbourne, make some noise! What? Can't hear ya? Yeah. On the beat, I want everyone to have a party in the venue. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I can't hear ya. I can't hear ya. Yeah, 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 yeah. What? Yo, when I say 0-1, you say 2-1. It's man like the reason I'm back with a new one. Rep my city, fam, what are you on? Best thing from ends, no, I can't choose one. Might see him in the bull ring, might see me get some bling bling. Sam, if I got beef with you, you don't want to smell from Broad Street. Man grew up on Wiley and Skeppy just as much as Henky and Scott. Might see me broadcast live on the telly, repping on 1-2-1. You think it's it, but fam, what are we on? Roll round Bromtown, ends with Leon. We with the Brit, let's see if I'm here, let's go! I can't hear ya, I can't hear ya. Yeah, 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 yeah. What? When I say that, 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 0-1. Yo, 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 World Series Wrestling, you good, yeah? For those who don't know, my name is Man Like Dyer. And right now, you're listening to the sounds of the Lyrical Dragon. And when I say 0-1, you say 2-1. 0-1. 0-1. 0-1. Jeez.
And a first time ever match. Going up against a man like Dyer, we have Australia's own, Melbourne's own, Mitch Waterman. And just a reminder, you can watch this live over on YouTube at our World Series Wrestling channel. The entire tour has been on there free, and we are streaming tomorrow night in Sydney for free. Join in the live chat, and you too can send us a super chat for a shout out. This time it's from Joe Legacy, who you might remember, Sean, was dressed as Shrek in the audience last night.
That's it, Shrek indeed was live and love last night, and thank you for showing us the love here at World Series Wrestling.
Australia, weighing in at 85 kilograms, he is Mitch Waterman!
Now, we saw Mitch Waterman last night in tag team action. The Water Rapids came up short against the Good Brothers. Water Rapids current MCW Tag Team Champions. Now, Mitch Waterman is a 5-time MCW Tag Team Champion in his own right. More than that, he was also a former MCW World Heavyweight Champion. The man is just as impressive as a singles competitor, which is what you're going to see in full display here tonight, coming up against the absolute phenomenal talent of man like Dyer. This is exactly why we have this matchup now. It is going to be a showcase, to say the least.
Showcase, to say the least. I cannot wait to see what these two pull out of their hat. We've seen them previously in the tour. Both men have a high-flying, just indescribable way of offense and defense.
Exactly that. You can study your tapes, you can study your opponent, but there's just a level of innovation and ingenuity that both these men employ to great success that really just makes it hard. It just makes it difficult to really fully prepare to somebody. You just need to live in the moment and really employ everything out of your arsenal, as well as something that potentially they've never seen before. But this is definitely going to be, well, it's not a clash of styles. Very similar men, very similar wrestlers. This is going to be a close one here tonight. It's anyone's game. International affair here tonight. We are looking for, this may be very well an international assault here at World Series Wrestling. Man like Dyer, Mitch Waterman set for action. The vest comes off, the bell can sound, and we can begin here.
Oh no.
On YouTube and around the world, you heard that loud and clear.
I'm actually surprised it's taken us to night 3 to hear that chant.
I think man like Dyer is going to learn something new tonight. Like a champ, nailed it.
Now that the formalities are out of the way. Spoke too soon.
Mitch Waterman giving a shout out to Birmingham as well here tonight. Healthy respect here. The bell has sounded and now we can get things going. We're all well met here now. Man like Dyer has been thoroughly impressive on this tour here.
Indeed. I actually wouldn't be surprised to see a man like Dyer have a title opportunity at some point down the line.
Exactly.
Especially if he can get over Mitch Waterman tonight.
That's it, Mitch Waterman, man like Dyer. This is the international showcase match here. And again, we see similar styles. You know, everyone's watching in the back, and this is definitely a way to show up, show out. Good grief! There we are, almost mirror images of each other in the early going. And well, Waterman against the ropes, and again. And again, oh, Dyer is going to take a bit of a break. Why not? Well deserved.
And gas out your opponent while you're conserving energy. Good tactic.
Dyer.
Yo. Nick, you look exhausted from all that running. So just for Here's some water, man. Or as we call it, a bottle of water.
Man like Dyer, truly a man of the people here tonight. Now we're even getting a water break. Several breaks in this match already, and we've having. Well, you know what? Potentially Dyers's fault, actually. Coming through, nice head scissors. Here we go, Waterman stacking up the offense in this early going. Impressive showing. Nicely placed drop kick here from Dyer. Not sure if you consider this like a tag match or a triple threat, but it seems like Dyer versus Waterman featuring the audience.
I was about to think the same thing. A promo battle of the ages.
Gonna see a little bit of everything here at World Series Wrestling. This feels like part wrestling, part pantomime here. A hard-hitting shot to the turnbuckle. Mitch Waterman down, feeling the effects.
Okay, we're just yelling out postcodes now.
Big thunderous chop here. Think about early on in this tour, Dyer, Moose, and Ilya. We saw the effects of those chops on the chest of Ilya, branded earlier tonight. Dyers's not even having to start the chant now. Follows them through. Nice snapmare, taking control. Dyer with the headlock. And yes, we talked about the impressiveness that man like Dyer has shown, has definitely endeared himself to the crowd here. And you have to wonder, is there more World Series Wrestling in his future? You said it himself, he might be in some sort of title contention if he can keep this hot streak going here. Of course, remembering, we come back here to Australia and New Zealand for World Series Wrestling at the end of October into November for Mega Mania.
Cannot wait for that tour of show, Sean. And we're going to pin here. I do like the tactic that a man like Dyer has employed in this match so far. It's all about wearing Waterman down. First trying to get him to exert all his energy with running, and then slowly closing the oxygen to his brain with those, well, sleeper holds, chin locks. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. It's all legal as far as the ref is concerned. Either way, the amount of energy that Waterman has to expel in order to fight against Dyer and those holds is certainly taking its toll.
It is an endurance and a conditioning game for sure. Is that ground and pound style? It's actually a bit of a interesting melding of styles that Dyer is able to employ, and he adapts quite well depending on who he's in the ring with.
It's like scissor, paper, rock. If he's up against a ground-based wrestler, he flies all over the place. If he's up against a high flyer, it's time to ground and pound. Truly a versatile craftsman.
And conversely, someone like Mitch Waterman has had success both as a singles and a tag team specialist, and he's able to adapt accordingly in the ring. Being a tag team wrestler, you kind of only need to exert half as much energy. You have your tag team partner to fall back on when you need. However, when some people make that transition to a singles competitor, they can find themselves lacking. No such luck for Mitch Waterman, who simply goes and goes and goes.
Perhaps a second win now.
Here we go as he followed through. I mentioned Mega Mania early on. Some of the names that have already been announced. We know that Buddy Matthews looking to make his return for Mega Mania. Naito, Shayna Baszler, Sammy Guevara, Andrade El Idolo, the names, and that's not even all. We're not even done. Either of these men could find themselves on a tour as well, and that is the name of the game.
And don't forget, we do have Bishop Dyer saying that he wishes to come back and finish his tour out for the rest of the tour due to an injury on night 2 of Rise Against.
And Mitch Waterman looking to employ that full Nelson lock, and Dries fighting out the huge traps there, trying to get yourself around the thick neck of Dries as well, who's fighting valiantly. Hold on.
Something he learned from night 1, I think.
Oh! Under his elbow, straight to the jaw.
And I have to recommend, if you didn't see night 1, be sure to head back to the archives in our YouTube channel and look at night 1, Man Like Dries versus Tuckman.
That's
Truly
it.
an epic event.
Yes, we are in night 3, but of course night 1 and night 2 up for everyone to enjoy on the World Series Wrestling YouTube channel. Here we go. I was gonna say, oh! The gory special straight into the turnbuckle there. Again, we talk about that innovative offense that these two are able to employ, that gory bomb straight into the turnbuckle, and now Dries waiting on the outside. We saw Waterman fly early on, coming through, connects!
I think Man Like Dries went to the outside in order to have a 10-second break to catch his breath, but Waterman's not going to allow that.
The problem with a competitor like Waterman is that there's nowhere in or outside the ring that he cannot find you. You know, Dries employs that 450 splash. He sees Waterman with nefarious intentions in mind from the top and looks to cut him to the quick. Here we are trying to employ that suplex. You can see Waterman just slamming his weight down. Now, not exactly sure what. Waterman has it. Oh, wait, oh, good Lord.
Big shove. Waterman setting up.
Coming through, and again, now in the drop zone, coming through. Oh, landing on his feet. Oh my God.
Jeez. Vicious drop kick.
Said that just missile drop kick. Unfortunately, now that leaves Waterman prone in position. From the 0-1-2-1, the 450, and crashes and burns.
Now Waterman's he going up for another 450?
Here we go, lying in wait. Oh, no, he caught him. Got him, caught. 2. Oh, kick out. We know it's that never say die attitude from Dries. We have seen this all throughout the tour. I said it before, I simply do not know what it takes to pin this man. Fortunately, a 450 splash does do a hell of a lot of damage to the person who gives the maneuver as well.
Absolutely, that's why it's the kill shot. High risk, high reward. It doesn't pay off.
Unfortunately, you are hoping that it is a match stopper. Unfortunately, this match does continue. Both men looking the worse for wear. Did you hear that shot? Reverberating through the pavilion. Crowd asking for one more here from Waterman.
Bloodthirsty.
Cracking across the chest of Man Like Dries. Unfortunately, that may only serve to drive him further. Oh, Dries absorbing the shot here. Man Like Dries is now a man on fire. Shooting back with shots of his own, those knife-edge chops across the chest of the former NCW heavyweight champion. Oh. Large sunset flip. Coming through with a pin of his own. Now jockeying for control. You notice there for extra leverage, cradling those legs. Oh my God, taking him out.
And we can see that speed now of Man Like Dries. He's been keeping it in reserves, but now it's time to execute.
You're now looking for that fall-away slam perhaps. Oh no. Oh my God, wait a minute. Caught with a crucifix pin, through. Almost catching Dries.
You got to believe if he got all of it, that could have been over there.
And I think you're right, but I think it's with both of these men, they have almost a reserve tank ready for this part of the match here. Now Doris again caught Mitch Waterman unawares on the top rope. And again, Waterman has it scouted, looking to push. And now, oh no, this time landing on his feet. Once bitten, twice shy. Oh, and the string! Oh my God!
That's going to be it. 1, 2, 3, oh!
Kick out from Waterman. Honestly, I really did think that was the end of days there for Mitch Waterman. Able to get the shoulder up at the last moment.
And just like all the wrestlers on this show, they're out to impress. We've got thousands of people watching from all over the world, trying to get new fans and trying to get noticed by World Series Wrestling management.
The incredulity etched on the face of man like Doris, who was so certain that this match had come to an end, has to be wondering, what will it take to put away Mitch Waterman? Spinning through, Waterman driving those hips down and now taking control of Doris.
Just have him in a headlock there. Doris trying to work his way out.
Notice there, he's also slamming his hips out, trying to create that separation. Unfortunately, Doris muscling his way through. Has not let go of his opponent. Waterman almost out on his feet, still looking to fight back against Doris.
Oh, great shot. And look at those marks on Waterman's chest.
See those vicious, vicious forearms to the back of Waterman. Unfortunately, I think we are coming close to the end potentially. I mean, Waterman, you have to wonder how much left he has in the tank. Wait a minute again. Slamming his weight down, trying valiantly. Oh my God! Hit the full Nelson slam. And Ben, but, oh, unfortunately, I think he was lying in wait. He was playing possum.
Doris had him scouted. Oh!
Suplex from the second rope. Potential desperation maneuver from man like Doris. Now both men on the floor. The 10 count is to begin. Man like Doris, Mitch Waterman, both impressive and looking to impress further here on the Rise Against tour. We are into 6 and neither man has moved.
We could see a double count. No, man like Doris getting to his feet first.
Almost seeming to revive himself back to life, trying to gain the energy from the crowd as Waterman also makes his way on the opposite side of the ring. And now both looking to connect. Unfortunately, Waterman potentially making a mistake. Coming through. Caught himself up. Waterman looking to take advantage. No.
Oh, kick out there. Waterman in with a big kick. Blocked.
And see now just these massive haymakers shots firing bullets at each other. Oh my God.
Now, if I can say one thing, it's clear that these two men have studied each other extensively. Counter after counter, block after block.
See, they're always trying to discombobulate his opponent, Waterman, cracking Doris. And I think you're exactly right. They seem to know each other so well. Back to front.
Right on the side of the head.
Yeah, Waterman almost turned inside out. His head must be rattled. See Doris there. Just trying to shake himself back into full consciousness here. Caught here, V-trigger coming through. Wait a minute!
Oh! Huge DDT!
Supplanted on the top of his head is Doris. One super kick later. Waterman commanding Doris Dries to rise to his feet. Has him cornered, has him countered. The cutter. And again, heading forth with a 619, and this time he does indeed connect. Hold on, Ben. Waterman in deep trouble. In deep waters. Man like Dries. 450. 1, 2, 3. Indeed. And again, a victory for man like Dries.
Man like Dyer.
What an impressive victory for this young man from across the pond. Repping the 0-1-2-1, nothing to take away from Mitch Waterman. What an absolute battle these two had with each other tonight.
It certainly was a spectacular showcase of what these two individuals can do. And by no means should Mitch Waterman feel ashamed for that loss. He showed that he was capable to hang with the very best here tonight.
What a get it has been for World Series Wrestling to invite man like Dries down here to Australia. We've had the privilege and the opportunity to see his talents in full display here tonight, and the party is going to roll on for Dries. And remembering, we still have one more night here, heading over to Sydney after we finished here in Melbourne.
That's right, and if you would like to watch all the action from our last Sydney show for this tour, be sure to head on over to youtube.com/@World Series Wrestling. Subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be assured you will not miss a World Series Wrestling moment.
At the end of this match, you can see both men tired. Mitch Waterman needing the ropes to head to his feet, and I think there's an offering here from Dries. You have to imagine so much respect from these two men. Knew each other so well, gave each other everything they had, and in the end, Dries was just that much quicker. Took advantage and took full control, was able to come away with the victory once again.
And you can see the battle scars there on Waterman's chest.
I really look forward to seeing both these men again on a World Series Wrestling stage. Listen to the excitement from this audience here. Melbourne has been going off over this weekend.
You hear that, Sydney? Between Melbourne and Adelaide, you've got a big thing to live up to.
And of course, that is not all here tonight, but of course we look at these moments here from the very beginning. It's just tit for tat here. Mitch Waterman, we got sling blades, gory special into the turnbuckle. Again, it was innovation here from both men, Ben.
Innovation and high risk after high risk, hoping to get the high reward. But unfortunately, neither man was able to combat the other's high impact movement until it came to a man like Dries hitting the 450 and getting the 1-2-3.
Absolutely riveting stuff here from both these men. And of course, we are not done. There is so much to come still, up to and including, well, coming up next, Ash by Elegance will again be defending her World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. As we see almost a brand new Myla Grace has come to the forefront here and is looking to challenge and gain some gold. And honestly, she might do it.
We've seen such a journey of Myla Grace in just the past two nights. She came in with technical prowess, but over the course of the first match and certainly the second night, we saw a much meaner and more targeted attack style from Myla Grace. Can Ash by Elegance, who's shown a little bit of a mean streak herself, live up to that high intensity battle? We're about to find out.
That's exactly right. That girl indeed. Got a bit of a new mean streaker, never say die and do anything it takes attitude. And I have to say, it suits her quite well, and it really has, well, enabled her to place herself in this position here tonight. Your Ash by Elegance, hard to study up on this new, and I have to say improved Myla Grace. Myla Grace knows the opportunity that is in front of her tonight. Obviously, early on in this tour, she tried to gain that #1 contendership spot, came up short against Priscilla Kelly, and from that moment, She seemingly switched gears here and gained that victory last night in Melbourne once more, and now we find her, well, she's completely put herself in title contention. If you're Ash by Elegance, you have been put certainly on notice.
Ash by Elegance has been a fighting champion, as you said earlier. And as for Myla Grace, there are two ways to get a championship shot. You earn it, or you make enough noise that no one can ignore you. And that's certainly what she's done these past two nights. And it's been rewarded with this title opportunity.
Already in the Rise Against Tour, 2 defenses by Ash by Elegance. Reigning fighting champion is Ash. And we know that Ash by Elegance has been no stranger to danger on this tour. We've seen a multitude of weapons, a multitude of styles, and she has absolutely faced it all with a passion, with a verve, with a vigor here. She is absolutely one tough competitor, and that's been in full force this entire tour.
One tough competitor, a very deserving champion, and on the verge, Sean, I believe, of perhaps being the most successful and longest combined reigning champion in World Series Wrestling women's history.
She has certainly laid down the challenge and has risen up to meet it. Ash by Elegance has taken on all comers, and literally this tour is facing anyone and everyone, and has been entirely impressive. It is difficult to see how one looks to beat Ash by Elegance, firmly dominant champion. Of course, we will head down to ringside for the official proceedings to solidify the WSW Women's Championship match here tonight. You see the gold raised up high.
This match is an Elegance rules match, and it is for the World Series Wrestling World Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger to my right, from Belfast, Ireland, she is the first ever Irish TNA knockout. She is that girl, Myla Grace. And introducing to my left, from Cleveland, Ohio, she is the former TNA Knockouts champion. She is the current World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, and she is the Queen of World Series Wrestling, Ash by Elegance.
We heard in the announcement there, it's an Elegance rules match. Sean, I'm a little bit unfamiliar with that term. Is it simply the golden rule? Oh.
I think we're getting a bit of an insight into how there has been a bit of a leniency for this tour here. Elegance rules simply may have been in effect for some times now. But with this new demeanor from Myla Grace, I think maybe she should be looking to rise to that challenge. Why not? But there simply may be a way for Ash by Elegance to combat some of the new tactics of that girl. Just already irate Myla Grace is. Just this newfound ferocity, viciousness that Myla Grace has. It's just been a very intriguing metamorphosis for this young woman.
And looks like we were correct, Sean. Elegance rules means anything goes, I guess.
Yes, I think you'll find that this match is going to devolve into something that is less than elegant. Want to touch on something you talked about earlier. Ash by Elegance at this time is indeed has the longest reigning championship in combination. She is, of course, one of only 2 women here in World Series Wrestling that can call themselves a 2-time champion. The other, of course, being Jordan Grace. She is in very good company, is Ash by Elegance.
Ash by Elegance using her strength there to smash.
See, just driving her shoulder straight into the midsection. Already served to annoy the champion greatly. I think Grace has her work cut out for her tonight. Again, Elegance rules in effect. We now have a name for the type of match that we have seen over this weekend.
Oh, and I guess that's part of the advantage of being a champion. When you negotiate your terms, as we heard from the Good Brothers, you can put all kinds of clauses in there.
That's it. It's another reason why you're looking to become champion. The advantages that come for that, the perks that come with being a champion.
That's the golden rule, Sean. Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
8, 9, and 10. See here, Elegance is giving as good as she gets. Oh my God. For this reign here, 413 days and counting.
Oh,
good. No.
That is probably the hardest chop I've heard all evening.
Heard that from all the way over here on the commentary desk. Felt that. And now, Elegance coming through with an elegant back handspring into the elbow. Firmly suplexed in the center of the ring, coming through. Note there, Grace has already looked to introduce that steel trash can in the lid in the corner, and that is exactly spotted by the champion. Steel chair, actually, one step further. Oh no! Can see she has been attacking those ribs for a lot of this match here, looking to generate a weakness, perhaps.
Generate a hernia?
You know here, that is this kind of match that is firmly helped the champion retain on 2 occasions now. Oh no.
Milo was ready, grabs that chair. Look at Ash. Boom! Midsection shot of her own. And bang! One on the other side.
And now already you see what the Women's Championship means to both these competitors, willing to do anything and everything to obtain control, to obtain a victory. My God, straight across the chest.
Yeah, and trying valiantly to get her hand up there, but too little, too late.
There's simply no way to really defend yourself from that kind of shot. Now Myla Grace heading off the ropes. What has she got? Oh, is that double boot? The drop kick straight through the ropes. Been so intriguing again to watch this evolution from Myla Grace. It's a complete flip, a transformation. Just a chip that is generated onto her shoulder here, showing no signs of giving up, just reveling in the violence.
Speaking of shoulders, Myla just working over Ash by Elegant's shoulder. I mean, if the shoulder's broken or sprained, it's real hard to get that off the mat.
You know, remembering as well, we talk about this a lot, but being that we are in night 3, you have to remember these sort of, the injury, the pain, the welts, they stack up over the nights. The longer you go in this tour, the harder it is.
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
Choking, and referees can't do a thing.
This Elegance rules. What are you going to do? Ash may pass out in this moment now.
I mean, it's Elegance rules, but there's still a duty of care.
We saw that early on tonight. We were about to call off a match with Priscilla Kelly and Shotzi Blackheart before realizing it for the ruse that it was. Hold on again, the champion being thrown against a barricade. Almost flying into the crowd. Myla Grace simply cares not.
Don't forget, we are live on YouTube and in our live chat. Let us know what you think of the night so far and who you think's going to take home the gold in this epic women's encounter.
Hear the thud there, the back slamming against the mat, that thin mat there, which really does not protect much. Myla Grace taking the champion back into the ring in firm control. This new look for Myla Grace has helped her tremendously. Much more confident, much more assured of herself. much more dangerous. Now here we go with the broom now. Just insult to injury. Oh, and there's the injury. Now coming for the cover. 1, 2, Newton. No, not quite. Grace has to be careful not to let her anger get the better of her. She needs to stay focused. And we saw this utilized to perfection the other night here. Now just battering the champion with the pad.
Yes, it's a pad, but there's also Velcro on that pad. And Velcro is not that forgiving. It grips into the skin and rips and tears. And those little bits of pain take you away from gaining focus. Just like now. Wrenching that neck.
Wrenching up on the neck, and the champion could tap out right now. And he couldn't really blame her. The face contorted in pain. Trying to crawl her way into the corner, manages to break the hold. Grace has to relinquish.
Now, saying in the live chat, a lot of people are predicting a Maya win.
Oh my God!
I gotta say, with this vicious new attitude,
she's right across the face there, Ben.
Oh, I also had her shoulders down. Have to remember.
Myla Grace simply not letting up here, and you know what? I believe a lot more people are coming around to the idea Grace could actually do this here tonight. We could see a brand new women's champion.
Absolutely, anything is possible here in World Series Wrestling.
Ash by Elegance is really looking at a bad way. There we go. Once again, you see Grace trying to take advantage of the exposed turnbuckle. Unfortunately, there is no need to hide it from the referee. Slamming the champion's face again and again. The ruthlessness of Myla Grace in full effect here. Wearing down the champion, and now the referee having to step in.
Well, we've got that duty of care. Yes, anything goes, but the referee still has to make sure that these wrestlers aren't horribly injured.
Oh, wait a minute.
We saw this last night.
Oh, come on!
Oh.
Wait a minute! We know what happened last time, and this time, the ref saved by the champ.
I guess the champ also has a duty of care.
Grace taking control once again, dumping unceremoniously the champion on the outside.
Ash just recouping in the middle. Myla Grace singing?
Simply reveling in what she believes is an assured victory here tonight. Grace really is looking very impressive tonight. A phenomenal showing here. Despite her thoughts about the crowd, it is hard to deny that she is looking very viable to take away the gold here against the champion.
Ash crawling out. You got to wonder if she's... Oh, no, I know where she's doing.
Setting up
reinforcements.
I think she's aware. There we go. Myla Grace stalking the champion, and now again, oh no.
Put her in the bin.
Cannot imagine what she has in store here. And we have to be careful. The champion is in trouble. No! God!
Big boot through the tin of the bin.
The champion firmly knocked out.
But Ash is in.
Grace simply needs to get her back into the ring, and this match is over.
She wants to win.
Good job. Champion being dragged by her hair. Grace, it is simply elementary at this point. If Grace can bring her back into the ring, I believe we do have a new champion. Grace, I think, wondering whether to employ any more damage. And there we go, and it's no! Champion still has life left in her. Had a bit of time to recuperate, and now Grace is irate at this stage of the match.
Well and truly on top at the moment, and I've got to say, it's looking like we could possibly have a new champion here tonight.
Oh no, I think looking for a German suplex. Ash has not enough wherewithal to stop, at least for now. Massive elbow. Elegance rules!
Suplex onto that bin.
That bin is well and truly done for. And Myla Grace may be the same.
You could say it's finished. You could say that. Oh.
I shall leave that to you. Ash by Elegance taking a much needed breather here to gather herself back. Look at the fury on the face of Grace. These two women absolutely loathe one another.
Yes, I was about to say, this is getting very personal now. This has gone from a simple wrestling match into just a brawl.
They absolutely throwing bombs at one another. The champion unleashing and unloading on that girl. Oh, massive clothesline. And another, and finally the champion is able to mount some offense again, trying to get back into this match. Champion coming through, Ash by Elegance with a big drop kick to the midsection. Again, pulling her wisely away from the ropes. 2 and no.
So close. How much more does either woman have to give? I mean, really, they've beaten the hell out of each other this entire match.
See there, Grace shoving with the kick out, shoving the champion's head away. There's still fury even in defense here. Hold on! Oh my God!
That was the exposed turnbuckle.
That was the exposed. You're exactly right. Wait.
Oh! I thought we had a new champion there. I think Myla Grace thought she had a championship as well. Yes,
forgetting that the exposed turnbuckle was there, and of course, Myla Grace did not forget. What is that? Is that? Oh my God! Saw this spray the other day.
In May.
Oh no! The ref has been blinded.
Ash trying to help the ref.
And some water here, just trying to, I mean, if you don't have a referee, you can't finish the match.
Oh!
Wait a minute. Manages to kick out. Myla Grace, oh no!
Big title shot.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Myla Grace with a pinfall. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Here is your winner and the new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Myla Grace!
That girl has just become that champion. Myla Grace utilizing everything at her disposal. We knew it was Elegance rules, and she took full advantage. Fortunately, Ash may have flown too close to the sun for comfort.
By the grace of God, we've got a new World Series Wrestling champion.
Myla Grace has taken this to a whole different level, and it's hard to deny. Myla Grace is your new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. 2 nights ago, you may not have thought this was possible, and she has shown up and shown out.
I think that's the key, Sean. Possible. This tour has proved that anything is possible in World Series Wrestling.
Ash by Elegance is beside herself here, and it's hard to, you have to feel for her. Has been such a dominant champion, the longest reigning World Series Wrestling champion, and she has just been dethroned. We have to have a look back at how this transpired here tonight, as we have just crowned a brand new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. And we saw here, we learned what Elegance rules actually means. You see here immediately both women absolutely decimating one another, choking each other out, using anything and everything at their disposal.
And just look how vicious Myla Grace was this whole entire match. We saw glimpses of it in the previous night's event, but tonight the beast was unleashed, and brutality is its name.
And we saw Myla Grace taking every advantage possible, and she managed to eke out the victory against the wholly dominant champion. And the fact of the matter is that we now finished night 3 here with 1 night to go, and there's been called a brand new women's champion. Myla Grace knew exactly what she had as a game plan and employed it to perfection. Of course, it is not over, Ben. We still have 1 more match to go here. It is main event time here tonight.
Now we saw at the closing moments of the previous night's show, Killer Kross issuing an open challenge. And that man there, the man they call Moose, accepting. However, we were also told that there's something more between Killer Kross and Moose. Something that perhaps we're not privy to, that some kind of extra beef that has gone on previously in these 2 men's lives.
There's some sort of animosity behind closed doors that we have not been privy to, but the fact remains, what can be shown to the world is the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship bout. There is gold on the line. Moose is looking to place himself on top of the mountain, and Killer Kross is more than happy to oblige. He said that you didn't shake my hand before, we know why it happened, but I hope that we can put that behind us. And now this is where we are. Killer Kross has been nothing but a fighting champion here tonight. Moose ready to take full advantage, the 5-star athlete himself. Moose in tremendous shape here tonight and has had a tremendous showing here at the Rise Against Tour. At the beginning of this tour, there was a question mark. Who was to become the WSW World Heavyweight Champion in the wake of its vacation? The tall man cometh, and he grabbed firmly the World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, and there is absolutely no thought of relinquishing it anytime soon. But Killer Kross is not one who shies away from a problem, not one who shies away from battle. He welcomes the violence.
Just look at the people he's defeated and retained that World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship over. Of course, in the battle with Bishop Dyer we saw on night 1 in order to claim victory. And then last night going up against Matt Riddle and straight away issuing an open challenge. That's the type of champion any promotion would be glad to have.
Killer Kross exemplifies what it means to be a champion. And of course, waiting in the ring for him, Moose is another competitor who knows very well what it's like to climb to the top of the mountain. Impact World Champion, TNA World Champion, multi-champion in his own right. This is an absolutely monumental affair that we are about to engage in.
Focus and determination.
I want to thank you all tonight for joining us here live and for free on YouTube. WSW World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Killer Kross, Moose. Now we'll head back down to ringside for the official proceedings as we head towards what is sure to be an epic encounter of giants.
Wrestling, Melbourne Night 2 main event. And it is for the World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger to my left, fighting out of Moose Nation, he is the face of the franchise, Moose! And introducing to my right, being accompanied to the ring by the Smoke Show, Scarlett Bordeaux. Fighting out of Sin City, he is the MLW World Champion. He is the RPW World Champion. He is the ACW World Champion. And he is your World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Killer Kross!
The stage has been set, and this is no easy task. Set up for Killer Kross. You can hear this electrified crowd ready for our main event. It's hard to find a more worthy and a more difficult challenger to test yourself against than Moose.
And testing yourself is something that Karrion Kross has been doing for months, if not years. Finding the biggest, finding the baddest, finding the best, and striking metal to ensure that he comes out on top, that he truly is at that top of that mountain.
Unfortunately, the only other time that Killer Kross and Moose found themselves on opposing sides of the ring in a one-on-one affair, it ended in no contest. We have yet to have a finalized finish for these two behemoths here tonight. Through hell or high water, we are going to have a finish here tonight because we indeed do need a world heavyweight champion. Look at the size of both of these men.
Both firm crowd favorites as well. It's going to be hard cheering for someone here.
It is a big fight feel here tonight in the Melbourne Pavilion. Here we go. Clash of the Titans here.
Both evenly matched. In power and speed.
Oh no! Wait a minute! Oh my God! Ben, the champion is in trouble! Killer Kross wisely out the ring. Oh my God!
That is the instincts of a champion there. He knew he was in trouble when Killer Kross quickly rolled out. Otherwise, we could have had a brand new champion quicker than Ronda Rousey tapping out, whatever her name was.
Gina Carano. For those wondering, oh my, well, Moose has come in like a bat out of hell, almost taking the title away from Killer Kross immediately, and now may have taken himself out of the match. See here, Killer Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux on the outside directing traffic.
Telling the audience to move.
Now I think Kross is looking to take full advantage of the downed Moose. Oh no. Careful, everyone, get out of the way. Hold up, what? Champion! Careening straight into the steel guard. See there, potentially a small limp
I just
for the
noticed
challenger.
The same thing. They're already very, very thin mats on the outside.
You have to wonder how much adrenaline is able to come into play here. The body can only handle so much, and if you take Moose's tactic there to come full force in fifth gear immediately, unfortunately that only lasts for so long. The body can only take so much punishment. Careful here.
Oh, right onto the chairs.
Great launch over to the outside here. Our referee hopping over to check on the competitor. Careful here. Already. Now Killer Kross trying to head his way to the outside and simply going to hop over. And now we are into uncharted territory for this match.
Oh. Kross helping Moose jump over the guardrails.
Well, this is a good thing. At least we know the barricades are there to separate wrestler from audience. It's doing its job. Now champion and challenger making their way back to the ring. Only way to secure victory through pinfall or submission inside the ring. Kross is a fighting champion, and he is not willing to allow this to come to a disqualification or a count out. Cut a high angle landing for Moose down on the top of his head. Here we go, and now, unfortunately, as I alluded to earlier, I believe the early strategy from Moose may come back to bite him now, who already looks the worse for wear, and that is a dangerous, dangerous position to be in when you're across the ring from an absolute assassin like Killer Kross.
Just stalking him now. Kross is feeling it. After a shaky start, Kross is back on his game plan.
Suplex machine is Killer Kross, a catch wrestling expert. Is a third-degree brown belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. He is indeed a fighter through and through.
Look at him stalking him like a tiger.
You know, they're the endurance and the never say die attitude that Moose has. Case in point. Moose firing up. Killer Kross.
The look of disbelief.
Former NFL offensive lineman, the absolute athlete, coming through, turned inside out by the champion. Oh my God, oh, a powerbomb to the 300-pounder.
And Kross is just enjoying himself. He felt that. And a big kick out with authority from Moose.
You see that, almost absorbing that powerbomb for the 1 count. And Moose, don't know if it's adrenaline or if he's just built different, but the man is not going down. And Moose gaining energy from the nation.
Whoa! Moose now.
Oh, no! Hard head of Moose.
Oh, he's got to be careful here. He can't let his emotions take control. That's how you lose focus, and that's how you make mistakes.
See the Uranagi followed by the senton. Beautiful combination. Moose here, generating a second wind. Coming forth, the champion looking to be rocked. To no avail, Killer Kross had it scattered. That high drop kick from Moose. He can get you from anywhere.
Setting him up. Moose going up top as well.
Yeah, we've seen this before. That top rope superplex from Moose to the champion. Simply needs to crawl over and pin the man. We could have a brand new heavyweight champion, Ben.
Not quite. Killer Kross emphatically kicking out at 2.
Here we go. Moose, Killer Kross, both using the ropes to get to their feet. 2 mighty men facing off for the biggest prize.
And Kross looking to slow things down. Wear the big man mountain down.
Not quite the Kross jacket, but it is a great way to wear Moose down here. Oh, wait. Rolling himself through, unfortunately, not breaking the grip. You can hear that. You ain't going nowhere. Killer Kross simply looking to choke out the challenger. Moose is fading and fading fast. You can hear the crowd looking to will on Moose.
Moose now fading. Arms starting to waver.
Almost shades of last night. However, it was Riddle who had Kross almost at the end of his wits here. No, wait a minute.
Moose fighting out. He's got his second win.
Hold on, wait a minute. A repeat from last night.
Kross having no choice but to release that hold.
Coming through, both men. Double clothesline, both men down. Moose and Killer Kross both absolutely spent. You see Scarlet Bordeaux heading over to a man, trying to will him back, just dousing him with water, anything to revive the man.
What a good manager does.
Scarlet Bordeaux willing the champion up and onwards, up and onwards. Finish the job, finish the night, head on to Sydney tomorrow and call yourself champion.
These two behemoths just laying in those vicious elbows right to the side of the jaw.
The frying pan-sized fists of these two men careening into one another. You can hear that now.
Oh.
Gosh.
Moose starting to fire up.
Wait a minute, champion stumbling. Pure testosterone field, and here we go. Let him at it, why not? See both men giving anything they've got. Schoolboy pin. Almost there, the champion.
Oh.
Now again, stacking him up. It's hard to fully understand just how athletic Moose is for the size that he is. Caught though. Oh no.
Perfectly set up.
And again, Kross going for that sleeper. You can see Moose immediately trying to get to a standing basis, making sure that he's not on the ground, not giving the champion that extra advantage, that extra leverage.
And Carrion not having it, knocking him back down.
Oh no.
The elbow cover is off. We know what's coming.
Oh, good grief. Lights are surely firmly out, and there we go, just like
Here
that.
is
Killer
your
Kross
winner,
with the finishing
and
blow.
still World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Killer Kross.
An absolute war we saw here tonight, Sean. Just big blow after big blow.
Killer Kross loaded the gun and pulled the trigger. Knew what he had to do at the very end. You already see there, after going to war, the show of respect, the clasping of the hand. Two men with newfound respect for one another. What an absolute battle these two men just went through.
A friendship born of mutual respect, forged in the fires of battle.
Killer Kross wanted competition, and that is exactly what he got. Moose wanted a firm opportunity, and that is exactly what he got. This is what World Series Wrestling is all about. Killer Kross gone through hell and back to continue his run here on top.
And it makes me wonder who could even come close to dethroning the champ? Really, I mean, he's easily one of the most dominant World Series Wrestling champions we've seen here at the company.
Oh, my goodness here, and that is the question of the night. Who is able to stop this juggernaut? Killer Kross, Scarlet Bordeaux, standing in the ring together and just soaking in this atmosphere, soaking in this Melbourne crowd.
You Aussie bastards are killing my gimmick. You're getting me choked up. What are you doing to me? When you've got this, you're in the game to prove it each and every night. Thank you for that. It never stops. First night was a no DQ match against Bishop Dyer. Won the heavyweight championship. Second night was against a guy I've been training against, even mentored by in jiu-jitsu, former UFC badass Matt Riddle. Third night in a row, I stepped into the ring with a man, one of my best friends. I can't even get into it, guys. We haven't spoken or seen each other in 6 years. Part of it was my fault. I needed help. I wanted help. I didn't ask for it. He wanted me to ask him. He didn't. We just stopped talking. We just shared a very special moment in the ring with you guys. And that's all I should probably say about that. Thank you, Quinn. People think forgiveness is easy. And I'm not preaching, I'm just saying. People think it's easy, it takes a lot of courage. I forgive him, I hope he forgives me, and I don't care who knows that in this business. But the real question is, ladies and gentlemen, last night of the tour is tomorrow, and we gotta find out who's gonna step up in this gauntlet.
Hang on. Do we need to wait long to find out the answer to this question?
The dominant wrestler of last tour is stepping up to the dominant wrestler of this tour.
Former world heavyweight champion Nic Nemeth taking center stage here, staring down the barrel at the current champion. No words necessary. Nic Nemeth looks to be coming for the gold, and Killer Kross is ready and willing to accept. I believe we have our main event here for tomorrow. Can you imagine Killer Kross, Nic Nemeth for the World Heavyweight Championship? And we're going to look back here. Earlier on tonight, we saw a man like Dries heading up against Mitch Waterman in this opening contest after the intermission in what was an innovative, high-octane, brilliant, spine-tingling affair.
Definitely a mix of styles, a mix of high pace, high action, high risk, hoping for the high reward. But how well, too, these were scouted until a man like Dyer hit his 450 and got the 1, 2, 3.
And then heading on under Elegance rules, the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship, as Myla Grace's newfound attitude went to war with the champion Ash by Elegance.
And wrapping up Ash by Elegance and choking her out with that cord was just a small sample of the brutality we saw in this World Series Wrestling Women's Championship match.
Yes, Myla Grace looking to take full advantage of the rules, as it were, battering the champion and then using her own title to secure the victory, coming away to call herself the brand new Women's Champion of World Series Wrestling.
And then in our main event, we saw the two big besties beating the everlasting beef out of each each other when Moose took on Killer Kross for the gold.
An early onslaught from Moose, unfortunately, could only go so far, and these two behemoths left everything on the table here, battering each other, suplex after suplex after superplex in this war between these two.
And it could have gone any way. Both men desperately trying, but in the end, it was Killer Kross getting his hand raised as the reigning World Series Wrestling heavyweight champion.
A dominant champion indeed, and he had the question asked, who's next? Who faces me on the last night of the tour? And as we saw, the wanted man had a want of his own. He eyed off the prize, so we know that tomorrow will be Nic Nemeth versus Killer Kross for the heavyweight championship.
An absolutely must-see show, and if you would like to see it, you can for free. Simply head on over to youtube.com/World Series Wrestling. Subscribe, notify by hitting the bell, and you can watch each and every show, including tomorrow night, live from Sydney, for absolute free, the final night of our Rise Against tour.
We want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and until tomorrow, where we hope you'll join us again. My name has been Sean Thomas alongside Ben Rosenthal. We'll be there. We hope you will be too. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow for some more World Series Wrestling.